Israel's strikes in Syria, as you just mentioned,
Yeah.
a justification for this has been that Israel's doing this with the vacuum of power, the possible instability, that fears of potential terror threats. How does more bombing, especially one after the fall of Assad, and one that has bombing that registers, as Said says, on the Richter scale, contribute at all to stability or peace?
So we have long said and long believed, first let's take a step back. Both before the Assad regime and afterwards, malign, destabilizing actors continue to operate in the region and have presence. I'm not a military tactician and certainly not going to get into the details of that. Perhaps colleagues of the Pentagon can do so, but there are malign proxy groups that operate in the region that are hostile to a variety of countries, including, of course, Israel. And so Israel has every right to defend itself. Israel has every right to its security. And as it relates to build up around the border, particularly, as you heard me say, it's our view and our understanding that these operations are limited. But beyond that, I will let the IDF speak to its own operations. We are continuing to remain focused on doing everything we can to maintain stability across the region. We're in constant contact with relevant regional partners and others. We know that this is a shared priority for a number of us.
And to clarify, in response to Said's question, he asked if this was an exercise of Israel defending itself, and you sort of deferred to that question. But here you said that Israel has a right to defend itself.
It certainly has a right to defend itself broadly. I just don't have enough information as it relates to this particular incident to offer context on the operation, which again, not a spokesperson for the IDF, which I'm sure they'd be happy to answer your questions.
Okay, and then you say that these attacks are temporary, and you refer to these groups. Do you know what Israel's strategic objective is with regards to these attacks? And I know that you've said you're not the spokesperson for them, but the U.S. is providing military aid to Israel, and so these questions do seem relevant. The country
Again, I will leave it to Israel to speak to their military operations. Jenny, go ahead.
Any updates on engagement